In Aberdeen, Washington, a car's dash cam records as the man who owns it shops inside a grocery store. Moments later, a man passing by the car gets into it in an attempt to steal it. But the car's manual transmission is not something the would-be thief appears familiar with. But after a few failed attempts to engage the clutch,
oh, you're gonna kill this car every time because the clutch is bad.
He eventually gets the car in gear and almost makes it to the exit of the parking lot before stalling once again.
Really?
But he perseveres and finally pulls out onto the road. But the would-be thief's poor driving skills have yet to be fully revealed. The driver begins picking up speed while the vehicle's dash cam records him blow through one red light after another. And then on a smaller road, he ignores stop sign after stop sign. And though he certainly mastered the art of speeding up, slowing down proves to be much more of a challenge. The man loses control of the car at a sharp curve and runs head-on into two parked vehicles in a driveway, totaling them both. Seconds later, the owners of the struck vehicles run out.
I'm sorry. I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
You stupid.
I'm sorry.
I had a kick in your stupid dog.
I'm sorry.
Get both my cars.
I'm sorry.
You got a license? No? You dumb.
The alleged car thief somehow manages to flee the scene, but is arrested nearby a short time later. He's charged with theft of a motor vehicle, driving with a suspended license in the 3rd degree, and reckless driving. His case status is unknown, but hopefully, he's staying off the road. In Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, rainy weather has slowed traffic to a crawl,
Traffic is like so
which appears to be testing one driver's patience.
Who's beeping?
the car behind me. They want this car to pull out and they can't pull out.
The man with the dash cam is referring to the driver behind him, who is apparently not happy with this SUV and decides to cut in line,
This sucks.
which turns out to be a bad decision.
Oh, and it was and it's on my dash cam! What, bitch? Oh, I love it! Oh, you stupid! Instant karma! Oh, yes!
In Foster City, California,
You can see it leaking down.
a man films what appears to be saliva on the side of his vehicle. He claims that as he turned into this parking lot, this vehicle ran into his truck, while the woman inside claims that he was driving outside his lane.
He's blocking my car.
I'm not.
He's literally blocking
You
me.
drove into me.
No, no.
You drove into me.
Into
The
middle.
front of your car hit
You're
mine. You-
supposed to be on that
you
side,
drove
and
into
you're
me.
On this side. On this side.
You
where
drove
the
into
car
me,
is.
man.
The man records the heated exchange, which is legal to do in a public place.
Fucking stop right there in the middle of the road.
Because you almost hit me.
Freaking bitch.
Because you almost hit me.
But which also appears to escalate things.
Stop recording me, bitch. You can't record me, bitch, without my permission, bitch. Well, stop recording me, bitch. Stop recording me, bitch.
The man claims to have already called authorities.
Where the police, bitch?
They're on their
Move away
way.
from my car, dumbass.
Just wait for the cops.
Right, back.
But before they arrive, the woman exits out her passenger door.
Bro, move your car away from my
Just wait for the cops. Just wait for the cops.
Look how far you are.
Wait for the cops.
On the road, bro.
Just wait for the
Look how
cops.
far you are.
You started driving at me. Stop.
You can't drive. You
Started driving at me, so I stopped.
Then, just as officers pull up to the scene,
You're supposed to be on this side,
You
bitch.
drove the front of your
You're
car
supposed to be-
into
you can't record
mine.
me, bitch. Stop recording me.
Here's the cops.
Stop recording me, bitch.
the woman appears to lunge as the camera continues rolling.
Here's the cops.
Stop recording me, bitch. Stop recording me without my permission, bitch. Stop doing whatever I want.
Knock it off.
But despite the officer's warning,
Stop recording me, bitch. Stop recording me,
Hit my
bitch.
phone.
Stop recording me, bitch.
and though she may believe it was justified,
This bitch, he can't record me without my permission.
She hit my phone. She hit my car.
the officer appears to disagree.
Hold on. Let me put my phone in my pocket, you pig. Let me put my phone in my pocket, you pig.
Stop.
Bruh, this is it. Bro, what the is this? How you gonna arrest
Stop.
me,
You're not
bro?
under arrest right now.
Bruh, he can't record me without my
Yes, you
permission.
can.
That's the
can.
law.
Turn
No,
around.
it's not.
Stop.
He cannot record me.
Although the woman is not under arrest, the officers do what they can to control the scene.
To help de-escalate this, you might just turn off.
The man filming cooperates with police,
You're supposed to be on that
You
side.
drove into
and
me.
you're on this side.
and even though it's unknown what repercussions anyone may face, one thing is clear:
Bitch, stop recording me.
Here's the cops.
Stop recording me, bitch.
documenting an accident, while smart, might escalate tensions.
Knock it off.
Bruh,
Yep.
stop recording me, bitch. Stop recording me, bitch.
And everyone would be wise to remember
Bruh, he can't record me without my
Yes, you
permission.
can.
That's the
can.
law.
Turn
No,
around.
it's not.
that anything they say or do may be used against them.
To help de-escalate this, you might just
Record the
In High Point, North Carolina, a truck's dash cam captures vehicles crossing train tracks that appear to be safe, now that a southbound train has just passed by. When suddenly, the gate comes down again, trapping the truck with a dash cam and a blue car on the tracks as a northbound train approaches. The car's driver gets out in a panic. The train is just seconds away, so she runs for cover. While the truck driver puts it into reverse, pushing through the gates behind them. The northbound train demolishes the woman's car. The driver of the car flees the scene, but 2 days later, she turns herself into police and is charged with having no operator's license and cited for a railroad crossing violation. So at a train crossing, remember, waiting for all the signals to be clear is well worth the extra time. There are a number of reasons why a tractor trailer might get stuck at a train crossing. Raised tracks can ground the truck midway through. The engine could stall when shifting gears, or because the trailers can be so long and the acceleration is slow, it could simply be a poorly timed crossing by an impatient driver. But whatever the cause, the results are terrifying. In Del Rio, Texas, an 18-wheeler is stuck at a crossing.
Oh my God. Please. Oh, stop!
With the driver
Oh my God.
still inside,
Oh my God.
and a freight train unable to stop.
Damn it! Oh!
The speeding train slams directly into the trucker's cab,
Oh my God.
ripping it from the rest of the truck. According to eyewitnesses, the driver manages to climb out of his wrecked cab after the impact and is immediately rushed to the hospital. Despite an investigation, it remains unclear how the truck became stuck on the tracks.
Stop!
California freeway, a motorist records a semi dragging a red car that is wedged under its trailer.
Look at that. That's on the freeway going up the Cajon Pass. I don't know what's going on here.
Making the situation even more dire.
Oh my God.
The driver's life is clearly in danger. So the man filming, along with several other motorists, join forces to flag down the semi-driver.
The hell?
Which they finally do.
Wow. He dropped the guy. Why were you driving so far? So far? Dude, the guy's in your car. I didn't know it. What do you didn't know it, dude? He's on your truck. You need to get out of your truck right now. He's literally on your truck.
According to police reports, the incident occurred when the 62-year-old trucker failed to see the red car when he changed lanes and had no idea he had hit it. He is eventually cleared of any wrongdoing. The driver of the red car sustains no injuries. Lesson learned, hopefully for both parties. When big rigs and cars are sharing the road, keep your eyes on the blind spots. 20% of all car accidents in the U.S. take place in a parking lot. And though most are minor fender benders, there are enough major collisions in this category to cause 500 deaths and 60,000 injuries every year. And you don't even have to be in the parking lot to be at risk. At a shopping center in Moreno Valley, California, this white hatchback's strange moves have captured the attention of several bystanders.
Babe, he's gone from here.
After burning rubber across the lot, the driver seems to be trying to bulldoze another parked car out of their way. Once free, the car heads straight for a storefront.
Oh my God!
The car plows directly into a gym.
Is everyone okay in there?
Witnesses approach carefully, fearing the driver may suddenly back out.
Hey, watch out, guys.
Babe, watch out.
He's gonna come back and reverse. You guys get careful. He's gonna do whatever it takes.
They're already on the phone.
Moments later, authorities arrive on the scene and try to prevent the motorist, who's still behind the wheel, from causing any more destruction.
All the way, bring it all the way up. Wedge him in.
Off camera, the officers manage to extricate the driver, who suffers minor injuries. According to a police report, the police attribute his erratic driving to a possible medical episode. Fortunately, no one inside the building is injured. A frightening reminder that accidents can happen anywhere, anytime, for any reason.
Oh my God!
On a New York City interstate, a trucker's dash cam records as traffic slows to a crawl, and some drivers begin using the breakdown lane to try to get ahead. When the trucker spots a white SUV attempting to do the same, he tries to block its way, to no avail. Despite the near miss, both vehicles press on. But once past police, The SUV driver appears to retaliate for the attempted block by what seems like brake checking and slowing the truck's progress. Not wanting to engage, the trucker moves into another lane. But the SUV driver refuses to let it go. No matter which way the truck goes, the SUV driver stays the course. The trucker then attempts to pass the car on the left. And that's when the SUV driver makes a very dangerous and very foolish decision. As the driver attempts to pull in front of the trucker once again, they cut it too close and are clipped by the truck, sending them spinning sideways and into the guardrail. The driver of the truck pulls over and waits for authorities to arrive. No word on the outcome, but the trucker has more than enough evidence to help his side of the story. As for the alleged brake checker, they do well to remember that road rage is always a bad idea, especially when raging at a vehicle much, much bigger than yours.
Road Wars has real life, jaw-dropping moments captured by real drivers, proving that anything can happen on the road.